I'm in the holiday spirit. Good evening, everyone. How you guys doing? Chris is around. She should be here whenever she feels like it. But I am here. Is it Monday? No. Who said we had to come on Monday? Just because we posted an interview for tomorrow didn't mean we couldn't come on tonight. We are coming on tomorrow. Hey, John McGinnis, as you can see. I'm all ready for the holidays. Thanksgiving is over. Time for holly jolly Christmas. Yes, Sunday is fun day. Hello, Teresa, Karen, Luann, how are you? So, yes, happy holidays, everyone. I'm in that mode now. I'm in that mode where we're heading to Waynesboro on Friday for the event with Cody Satori, Pam and Steve, Barry from the Hoopa House, and downtown Gettysburg will be having their holiday celebration. I'm in that mode now. In that mode. I can't wait to get into the city, to see the tree, and walk around New York. I'm feeling better now, finally. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Deanne. After I've pretty much been not feeling well since the expo. Especially breathing issues, coughing. I still have the cough, but low energy. But finally, I'm feeling better. Finally, feeling like myself after a while. Hello, Christopher. How are you? Wanted to talk about the interview tomorrow that we're doing. Yes, I'm going to take this off because it is very distracting. Oh, I like that. How's that? Cool. The interview we're doing tomorrow, we actually met those guys. Hey, Dana. We met those guys at Paraunity, actually. I talked to them beforehand. Actually, the way I got to even know who they were was on the Paraunity Twitter page, or X, whatever you want to call it now. Somebody had tagged New Jersey Paraunity, and we're talking about, haunted nights. You got to invite haunted nights. And then a bunch of people retweeted it and people were commenting on it. And I'm like, I don't even know who these guys are. So I went on their YouTube page and they got a pretty good following, and talked to Steve on the phone, had a really good conversation with him. And then at the convention, I actually got to sit down with both of them, Steve and Dylan, and have a real good conversation with Steve, Dylan, and Kalani about a lot of a lot of things, paranormal stuff, a lot of stuff, and just good guys, really good guys. So um, we they filmed at the Sterling Hill Mine, which I'm sure will be coming out for them week or two, maybe on their YouTube page. And I don't know why she's like motioning to me in the other room. This is what she does. And we get to hang out with them for a while over there. Just good guys. So I figured, hey, come on, let's because we started to get into kind of personal conversations about their lives and how they got into everything. Hey, Cheryl. And I was just like, you know what? Let's save this for the air. That's one of the things about me. I know a lot of people probably don't agree with me, but I come from a different era, different generation. When I was in high school, every morning I woke up and I listened to Howard Stern in the morning before I went to school. Days that I was off, I listened to him. I listened to him at my job way back in the early 90s. And he was famous for do it on the air. Everything conversation he had with the people that he worked with or associated with, he would do it on the air because it was organic. So I literally do that to people now. When I start to talk to someone and I think that they're really interesting and engaging, and I think that their story's really interesting, I'm like, would you come on our live stream and talk about this stuff? We're not going to talk about it anymore. We're going to stop right where we are now. But would you join us and we'll dive into more of this story? And and that's what I do now. I literally stop people like mid conversation and go, "Don't tell me anymore. I'm going to have you on with you guys, and we're gonna hear about all this stuff together for the first time." I know that's a weird way to be social, but it's me. It's who I am. So I am curious because the beginning of the stories, but for Steve, was pretty interesting. So I stopped him right before we got into the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. So I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of that with you guys. So um, we scheduled it for tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Both Steve and Dylan, I think, will be joining us. I'm pretty sure both of them. But we got a lot of interviews lined up for December. I'm even working on another pretty big one. Don't know if it'll happen in December, but the person agreed to do it. We're just working on potential dates or date. And this will be a good one too. Somebody from a show that we haven't interviewed anybody on. And it should be really interesting because again, we met these people and they seem like really good people, and I think you guys will be surprised if we do get them on here and have a discussion. Yes, I said him. There's a hint, but there could be anybody. Okay, the princess is walking that way now. She just walked by the phone, so she's preparing herself for her grand entrance, whenever that is. Um, Another thing that was going on too, before I get into the paranormal stuff. Um, yeah, I'm being approached about next year already for, hey Veronica, for events and things like that. And I got to be honest with you. Normally in December, I do start kind of creating a calendar for 2024, and I'm usually kind of like ready for that and getting into that. So far, that needle hasn't moved a bit for me. And it's only because 2023 isn't over yet. Maybe that's what it is. We still have um, see that cough, I can't get rid of it. We still have the Hoover House event this weekend, which is going to be Friday and Saturday. And then we come back from that and we do the Burlington Prison open house, which should be really, really cool. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then we have the Ghost of Christmas Past at the Creeper Gallery the following Friday, and then we're done. But that's not till December 15th. So for me, it's like we got to finish this year. And I think the expo being at the end of the year really took its toll, on not just me, but on Chris as well. And that we're both still trying to kind of come back from that. We're still real tired, and kind of we're able to pick it up and do the events that we've done. But man, mustering that energy is not easy at all. Doing them all, you guys have kicked ass this year. Yes, we have, Donna.
And it kicked ours too.
And look, the grand entrance. Look who's here.
I was in the
Queen
middle.
Bee.
Listen, what he does not tell you is I was in the middle of something when he decided to do this. I had to finish.
And that something was wrapping Christmas presents, which is of the utmost importance. Say priorities. My priority
and now
is
I will throw out his present
is you people,
because it's not important.
That's my priority, and her priority is other things. Hey, people are saying hello to you.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to see everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyway.
I just gave you that for your throat.
I got you, but I'm drinking my caffeine. So we were going to start with the. I know we talked about it a little bit on the live stream that we did when we were on the road the other day. Got my cough drop. I was at the Creeper Gallery today. I was hoping to see you both there. Sorry about that, Stephanie. We no, we weren't doing anything today. We were kind of just hanging out. I got to get up there on a Sunday because we're having dinner with Donna for the holidays. I think in a couple of weeks we're going to go to her house and have dinner with her. But no, we haven't been to the Creeper Gallery with Donna. We went for the auction, but before that, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Hey, Gene.
We've been busy.
We've been busy.
Busy.
Yep.
That's what I'm adding.
I try, people.
Why is that blinking?
Because I was wearing it before.
Ah. I see, sir. Just like it's like
so distracting.
It is distracting.
This is how she is when she drives too. Literally, we'll be in the middle of a conversation. She's like, "Cop, fire, red car." This is how she is. Monday. What is Monday? Today's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
again,
still doing a live Monday. We're doing an interview on Monday.
Yeah. That's what somebody just said to me when I said, I'm going to go on live tonight. She said, aren't we going in tomorrow? I said, see, still want to have a conversation with the people here and engage. It's got to be an interview now for you to join us and to be part of it.
What did I just say in English?
In English.
I was in wrapping packages. And I had to finish what I was doing.
Okay.
See?
I didn't know it was in English. Now
yes.
I know. Yes, Stephanie. It was cool that you could go in there and have a conversation with her. Hello, John. Thank you for John donated to us as well.
Wow, thank
via
you.
PayPal. So when we went to Centenary University on Friday night, we had been working with a certain yes, John does miss you guys. John cares. John's a caring individual, hence the paranormal savior. Want me to get the hat? I'll show you. I have a hat. I do. And Chris, on the other hand, gives this outward, loved everyone, blah, 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 peace. And
I do
blah,
a lot of
blah,
breathing.
Blah.
That's all I got to say.
Me?
What's the blah, blah, blah?
Actions. Anybody could blah, 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 take care,
and
love
this
everyone.
Isn't the horror film, The Blah.
John.
Blah, blah, blah.
John, his actions betray his feelings.
Okay. On that note, maybe I should
I'm going to get my hat just so you people remember. It's true. So true.
Oh, you make me laugh.
Chris is the real deal. Okay, you think so? Anyway, so we go to Centenary University.
I practice what I preach.
Normally, we deal with a certain director of the Girl Scouts, and we've done 3 events with them last year. They changed directors. This was a new person. Can't remember her name because I'm horrible with names. and these were a new set of girls who were coming. So they didn't have any idea what to expect. They two of them I think had been on something paranormal. The others not really. This is something you always want to hear after you've kind of you know done all you can in 3 or 4 hours time to kind of work with people, educate people, give them an experience if you can. Do different experiments. Um, when they said exceeded our expectations
Yeah,
at the end.
that was a big deal.
Again, we don't get paid for it. This is something we did for the Girl Scouts and the
It's an
university.
educational thing for them. It's
Yeah.
about learning different aspects of things, and it was, I think what was really cool for me is that John and I were, each doing separate things, and what I brought to the table and what I did was very based in science, and they're going to be able to get their, what she said, their science patch and some other patch because how we orchestrated and presented the night. So I was tickled about that. Hey, Jason.
Um,
Yeah, goes
no,
badges.
no badges. This was just again an extracurricular thing for them. I guess something outside of the usual
Yeah.
things that they do. And again, it's really fun for us. Um, younger people, you never know. I mean, it's the same with adults. You never know who's going to be in front of you and what they're going to do, if they're going to participate, if they're going to be a total skeptic, if they're going to kind of like mock what you're doing or whatever. But every time we've done this with the Girl Scouts, they've been into it every time, which is really, really cool because, they're younger, but they're watching everything on YouTube and TikTok and, here these old farts come in there and we, but they jump right in. Some of them two walked out as soon as I started talking about the experiments we were going to be doing and putting people alone and trying different things. I guess that wasn't their thing, and they were like, "Yeah, we're out of here." But the rest of them were like really into it, and by the end of the night, they didn't want to leave.
No, no, they didn't. They wanted to keep talking. They wanted to explore. Their minds were just like fired up, and they had questions. But that's the whole purpose of this. This is what you're supposed to spark. They were talking about history. They were talking about science. They were talking about methods and different ideals, and it was just a really good discussion with these 13 girls. It was I have to say it energized you to hear the type of questions and the excitement that was coming off of them. I think that's what it did for me.
Yeah. Normally when we when we host an event, we do what we do. Time's up. Usually we have to leave the building because someone's coming to lock it up or whatever. And that's pretty much it. Everybody heads home. The event's over. I said goodbye to everyone in my last group. I started collecting all of my gadgets from everywhere. I was in the cathedral and I had a great time in there. And I go downstairs and I see Chris is still there, just talking to the entire group.
I kept trying to say goodnight.
I'm like, dude, it was only a 3-hour event. I'm like, dude, it's like quarter to 11, 12, whatever, 10 to 11. We're done. Why? And she's still there talking, and all of her stuff is still out on the table. And then she's like, oh, well, John's going to talk to you now about stuff. And I'm like,
I threw him under the bus.
I am. And
I wish.
They no, they stayed and they talked and they asked questions, and it was really, really cool. Again, it was yeah, that was really, really cool, Laura.
He played that for me.
That cathedral, I had never been in there myself investigating.
Okay,
and again, it's one of those things where I want to get back in there before the kids come back to school, because we want to investigate underneath the dorm. There's a real creepy basement, and we want to kind of do alone stuff in different areas, like the little theater, do alone stuff in the cathedral with different one, each one of us or a couple of us. And being in that cathedral, I'm setting up, and you see shadows, you see different things. There was a few things that happened that literally in your head, you go, this is so cool. But there's also the holy crap, I'm alone factor why it's happening. I'm in the cathedral, 2 floors removed from where she is and everybody else is. And basically in the dark, there's one kind of light on the altar. And I'm walking around up in the balcony area. And as I'm walking, you hear, me walking, the footsteps as I'm stepping, trying to place things in different area. But when I would stop, I would continue to hear the footsteps continue for like 5 more steps and then stop. And I was like, and I tested it again. I walked 4 steps and I stopped abruptly, and the 4 steps, and then again 4 more steps, and then a stop. And I was like, holy crap. I mean, it was cool, but to think that somebody was actually following me along the seats and
They keep
kind of
tabs on you
walking with
there.
me and then stopping, and they were literally 10 feet away from me. I was like, but I'm on the balcony and I'm afraid of heights. I don't like heights at all. And I'm, I'm putting my trip wires across the ledge of the balcony, and it's a short ledge.
Yeah.
You can
I
sit
don't go near the
and put
ledge.
your hands on the.
I don't go near
I'm
the ledge.
I'm putting, and I'm thinking to myself, if anything was here that wanted to do me harm,
Why would you go there?
I'm literally a push away from falling a couple of stories. And believe me, it was in the back of my head to where I went around and I put them a certain way on the chairs from the
When
second
I was
row.
there, I went up in the balcony, but I never went down by the ledge. I stayed 2 rows back.
No, that kind of, again, I was
And
little,
because I don't like the way that it's the way that it sets, it makes you feel
yeah, and like it's a weight.
it's uncomfortable.
So then we, as we're going, Chris would bring her group of people up to me and then collect my group and bring it down to her where she was. And when your time is up, Chris would usually just open the door to the cathedral and, okay, get the people. Well, I'm with a group of people up on that balcony, and we're doing an EVP session, and we heard like sounds in the corner, and then one of the girls says, "There's lights going on over there." Hey, Tina, in the corner, but on the balcony, but in that same corner, right beneath it is the door. There's doors on 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. We hear someone rattling the door handle, like right before they were trying to open it, like turning and pulling, like. And I'm like, okay, guys, I guess time is up. Chris is coming to get you.
Yeah,
We're not gonna have time to listen back to this EVP session, and we're all staring at the door,
Nobody's
from the
coming through.
balcony down, and I'm going, hello, hello, and I gave it a good 2 minutes, and we all looked at each other. I'm like, that wasn't her, and I've heard that door opens and closes by itself.
It does.
That was another real freaky thing that happened, and it's one of those things where I tell people this all the time. Sterling Mine is kind of like this too. There are places where it's either one or the other. Um, the activity builds and then usually crescendos to like the last group where it seems like it's late and all the spirits are kind of like had it, and then like the last group doesn't get a whole lot for whatever reason. Then there's others where it just builds and builds and builds and builds, and you end
on a high note.
that
Yeah, it's like a
build. Problem with that is that everybody leaves, and then we're left alone in each particular place to collect all of our stuff and put it away. And that's when you're heightened, like, all right, now let me just get my stuff and get out of
It's
here.
uncomfortable.
And that's how it was in that cathedral. I couldn't wait to get out of there.
Yeah.
I really couldn't.
It's a very uncomfortable place to be when you're by yourself. You feel it.
And that EVP was so clear. That was on the live. What are you waiting for?
So what he didn't finish telling you is that shortly after that, unknown to me, that had happened with the people the kids that he was up on the balcony with. And I came up to the door, and instead of just opening walk in, I decided to knock just to let him know that we were coming through. And I guess that took you all by surprise when I knocked on the door. So yeah. They were all freaking out when we came in, and I had the other girls sit on the pew waiting for John to come down. But
So
yeah,
so it was a good night. Again, I had a good time, but again, tired. We had just come from again doing an event the previous weekend. It wasn't really scheduled, but it was scheduled. We did it again as a benefit for the Girl Scouts, driving all the way up there an hour and a half and home an hour and a half. But I mean, again, very, very cool. We had a great time, but again, we're looking to just finish the year. Not that we're not treating every event as one that we, give it our all and we try to give everyone a good experience, but it's just like next year, I know a lot of people are gearing up for next year. I see a lot of paranormal people. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this. And I'm just like, I'm not there yet. I got to get through this year. And the only thing we have kind of booked is Camp Evans because they asked me for dates already. And John Zaffis said he wanted to do at least a few of those. So I'll go back to John and see what he wants to do. But yeah, man, this year's taking its toll for sure. For
well,
this
it's been nonstop. That's why.
the inflection of
It
the
has
words.
been. I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, boom, 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 boom. I was just like, I'm getting older. I don't have those reserves like I used to.
Well, you need to find him, or I'll get rid of you. I mean, kind of plain and simple. But and on a personal note, this issue, I'm getting an MRI on Friday, and hopefully I'll find something out next week, and hopefully they'll be able to do a procedure on me. Hopefully early in the year. I would hope. You never know with these scheduling things, but I'm really hoping by January, February, I don't need to wear sunglasses all the time because I mean I'm getting used to them and people are cool about it, even people that don't know me, like the Girl Scouts and everything. I explain the issue that I have with the lights and everything, the way it affects me. And people are really cool about it, but it is awkward to be
It just
the
makes you
person.
very uncomfortable.
Well, it's awkward to be the person wearing sunglasses indoors on a cloudy, rainy day or around people at night, until I get into the dark, but hopefully I'm getting there. But
Thank you, Jason.
never get rid of Chris. No, I'll park her in the garage. I mean, take her out on sunny days for riding around the
Like
corner.
I'm an old Packer.
But I
Put
need
me
to
in the
get.
garage.
I need to get young. And one thing I found for
You don't
meeting
have a garage.
these younger people like Haunted Nights and Kalani, and these young guys, they got the.
Oh, they got to go.
They got the drive. I used to have that. They got that drive. I need a few of those to kind of, you know, pick it up and come with me. I got a bunch of old farts
You
around me.
need to bring in some
young
lads to. That's what you got to do.
That's why I'm surrounding myself with these young guys now. I'm trying to get some of that energy.
Timmy.
Timmy's a young buck.
Timmy's just gonna sit
Timmy's
there.
a young buck. Yeah, tell me what's different. I can get Timmy to nod and say busy, busy, busy. I'm sure I could put a tape recorder in him and hit a button. Pretty easy. Anyway, yes, they will give me energy. Thank you. But this weekend, tomorrow night, again, we're interviewing Haunted Nights. Maybe or maybe not a Creeper Gallery visit this week, depending on how I feel. And Friday, I have an MRI in the morning, and then we're heading up to the Creeper Gallery probably after midnight.
Oh, you mean
late
the
morning?
Hoover House?
The Hoover. What did I say?
You said Creeper.
Oh, from the Hoover House.
Hoover.
Probably late morning, early afternoonish. So we should be there. Hopefully, I don't know.
I am so
1, 2
looking
o'clock, 3 o'clock
forward to this weekend. Going to be around a lot of people that have the same interest and again, and I say this with tongue in cheek because I do love doing events with John and I do love doing this stuff with John 100% and with the team. It's just that we don't ever get to hang out and really talk to people and enjoy people. And this gives us an opportunity to do that.
Just did that at the Baron.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
We're going to do that December 9th at Burlington Prison.
That wasn't, but again, like I'm saying, we don't get those options, those options very often. And I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to be able to just sit down, enjoy conversation, because people will try to talk to you and you got to clean up and you got to get place, everything out of there. You got to get going. The place has got to be locked up. All of these different things. I'm looking forward to just being able to stay in the same place and have conversations with people and catch up. And I just love that. I'm just saying that's my thing. I enjoy it. We don't get to do it very often.
Well, we still have ghost hunts Friday and
Yes.
Saturday night.
And again, I don't mind those. I enjoy that. But I love the fact that it's not where I have to go, yeah, yep. I actually get to sit down and enjoy it and not feel rushed.
So we'll be it's sold out pretty much. We'll be at the Hoover House in Waynesboro. Our good friends Pam and Steve Barry own the Hoover House, and it is a bed and breakfast, and it is active. We were there last year. We support Pam and Steve, everything they do. They're good friends of ours. Joining us again, it's 2 years in a row now. Cody and Satori now. Cody and Satori have blown up, man. I am so proud of those two. I feel like my kids have grown up and left the house and they don't need me no more. But people. They have blown up since their Sam and Colby thing. Their Instagram is like crazy, 100,000 likes, everything.
But isn't it nice when you see good people get what they deserve? Yeah, I know. You hate it when I like.
No, I'd like to finish the thought, but yes, go ahead.
But don't you just like when somebody deserving that happens to?
I do.
It makes you feel good.
Yes.
You're a wisecracker. He can't help himself. It's the Italian in him, I think. I don't know what it is.
I'm literally in the middle of a sentence.
You always are.
Go ahead. Take it.
I just did it.
I'm trying not to be in the middle of a sentence. Please, take the floor.
The John and Chris show.
This is what I mean. If I'm not in the middle of a sentence, there is no sentence. So unless she's in front of you, and then it's different because.
Yeah, I'm a one-on-one.
Yes, you are a one-on-one. Good, Bentley. How are you? So as I was saying, Cody and Satori, when we met them, they were, coming on, starting their website and their Facebook and Patreon, and getting the haunted museum going, and people were taking notice. Of course, they like I said, they're good people. Everyone knows Satori is Jason Hawes' daughter, but they do have an identity all of their own.
They do.
Good people, kind people, talented people,
loyal.
And we were doing events with them. And like I said, now, with the museum, we knew that they were going to take off anyway, because there's going to be a museum opening soon somewhere. I'm sure they're going to make the announcement soon. That would have projected them into the stratosphere, I'm sure. But the Sam and Colby thing now they've blown up. And they are getting too big for us, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if, now with everything they have going on with the museum coming and the attention that they're getting, that, I would be surprised if we do events with them, going forward, individual.
Because they're so busy?
Yeah, I think they're going to be crazy, crazy busy from now on. And I hope we continue with them. I really do, because we have such a great time with them, and they had a great time with us at the mine and doing other things. But I really do think, they're really getting the attention they deserve, and I think they're going to be so busy.
They're very
they're blowing up. They are, but opportunities happen.
Meaning that they're going to be busy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
bigger and better things are going to present themselves
Right.
to them, and they've earned it and they deserve it.
They do.
I'm just saying, I'm going to kind of miss that if it doesn't happen. But again, good for them. I'm very happy for them and their success. I really am. I am so looking forward to seeing them this weekend, and Pam and Steve and all of our friends here that are going to be coming there, because this is, yes, of course, we're going to be doing a ghost hunt, and Cody Story are going to be there for you guys to meet and talk to and hang out with Pam and Steve in the Hoover House. But it is really just, as we advertise, it's a get together. Waynesboro has their stuff decorated downtown for the holidays. Gettysburg is going to be doing their holiday weekend where they have the tree and everything that goes gone downtown Gettysburg. I am really going to enjoy. This year has gone by so fast, and the one thing I always say to Chris, I love it from September to December. I do. I love it. This is my favorite time of year. My birthday's in there. Her birthday's in there. Christmas, everything cool happens. I love this time of year, but this year it went by in a blink. I mean, a blink. And I want to pump the brakes. I want to enjoy this weekend for every bit of this weekend, and then come home. And Chris and I are going to go into the city. We're staying at the Hoover House. I want to enjoy the holidays. I had a great time on Thanksgiving with my kids. Chris and I hung out with my kids and my son-in-law. It was a great. I want to enjoy these last month or two of the year and really appreciate everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not just boom, throw it in the fire and okay, that was 2023. Next year. No, I'm really pumping the brakes now to really take time and enjoy.
Yeah, because everything went by in a blink.
Yeah, and I don't want this to go by like that. I really don't. So for those of you guys that are going to be there, hey Jay, man, I haven't seen you in forever either. Do you guys are going to be there? Have a great time. We'll have a great time with you. Enjoy it. Everyone else, come join us December 9th at the Burlington Prison.
It's a free meet and greet.
It's free admission. You could tour the prison. First time they're opening, according to Janet, who's the head of the Historic Society. They're not opening again until after January, she said.
Really?
So that's the one day you could come, tour the prison, see the renovations, hang out with us. You'll meet Shannon and Edward Anderson. We had Edward on here. We had both of them on here, actually. That'll be a cool time. Again, that's the one before the Creeper Gallery event. That is the one last thing we're doing before, the year ends. Everything else will be kind of live until February, March. We'll be here with you guys. So that's really it. But
it may cost you to leave.
You can check out anytime you like, Wes. It's like Hotel California. But I hope you guys make it. The Barron Arts Center event was amazing. The people that showed up, we get to hang out. Like Chris said, we don't usually get to do that.
No.
So when there is a ghost hunt December 9th at the prison, we haven't done that in forever. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got some new equipment coming. I'm hoping it gets here by then. By the way, I can't show it on my phone. Shoot. I wanted to show you my new box that I'm getting from Jeff Fett. See, look, every now and then she does take you cue. Must be the Christmas spirits. Usually I have to ask her, but she reaches right for her phone. Good job. I might not replace you after all. I might keep you around for one more year. One more.
I may not keep you around.
One more.
I think that's what you need to worry about.
But I'm going to show you my box. This box was made from actual wood inside the Sterling Hill mine. I don't know if you guys can see that. There it is. See, it says Sterling Hill Mine on it, engraved in laser. That's a new spirit box, and that thing sounds amazing.
I love the front.
That thing sounds amazing.
But tell them what this is on the front.
It's a miner.
Not the design, but the red, where that came from.
It's what from the mine.
Yeah.
It's an actual sign that was in the mine.
From
So-
way back.
So Jeff was telling me, because we talked to him on the phone. Jeff actually is from Ohio. We kind of have to drive halfway to meet him a couple of weeks. And he told me when he turned that box on and he was testing it, he heard minor voices saying about danger and death and
That's
explosions
pretty cool.
and stuff like that. And he was like, this is so cool. So using that box with that energy and bringing it into other buildings. What's the theory, everyone? John Zaffis? Anybody? Anybody? Spirit attracts spirit. So if I'm bringing something in consisting of energy into a building that has spirits, in theory, I will be able to connect with them and communicate with them better, in theory. So, say Nicole gets surprised, but no, Nicole, extra time in the cage at Camp Evans for you. Remind me when we get there, Nicole.
Don't worry, she's got the holy water.
Nicole will hose everyone down with holy water. Is she coming? She's not coming to the Hoover, is she?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
She'll have to tell us what she is.
But no, we're picking up that box in a few weeks, so I won't have it for anything. I may have it for the Creeper, for the Ghost of Christmas Past, but
No,
we'll
not
see.
the Hoover.
But I can't wait to get. That's like an extra Christmas present. But that's again with the money we raise from the fundraiser. I was able to buy 6 pieces of equipment so far, and I can't wait to use it. I just ordered another piece today that every Kalani said that I should try out, and a few others, and I'm like, you know what, I'll try anything. So we should have some more equipment, and I still want to order 1 or 2 pieces for next year. So we're trying to kind of figure out what that is. But again, that's to you guys. Equipment's expensive. Having it for the events, for our investigations is important. Here's one of the things too. And again, I talk about like not using a lot of apps, and I'm going to get in trouble from certain people for this. And I speak from experience always. And Lord, honestly, you don't have to, but I use, if someone tells me to try something, I will try it. I really would. But I'm going to quote unquote field test it. You know what I mean? And there are things, yeah, I heard about that too, Donna, and I'm not really sure how that works, but whatever. The mini SLS, like the SLS, if there's a plugin that's different, there he is, the man, Jeff Fent.
It is.
There he is. Follow Jeff on social media.
You just showed your box, Jeff.
Jeff, I showed your box. I am not worthy. I am not worthy. You are an amazing box builder. Looks awesome. Sounds fantastic. Your work is
I can't
amazing.
I can't even put into words how magnificent that miner looks the way you did that. That image just jumps right out.
But I was, again, very fortunate. The story of Jeff and I's budding relationship began at the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. Thank you, Pam Barry. Jeff came over, started talking, and I said, Jeff, I've been trying to buy a box from you forever, but I can't afford it. And we got to talking, and Jeff was there for a little while, and just a really, really good, down-to-earth guy who just, again, cares about the field, cares about his craft and what he does, and takes everything very seriously within the field and things that happen in the field. And I respect the hell out of that. I really do. Him and I hit it off right away. And again, the fact that he he made that box for me. I can't tell you how much that means. I told him over and over again how much I thanked him. And it's just the way it's made, again, making it out of the wood from the mine. He could have just made a regular box.
He's a very busy man, too.
He's very busy, and he makes boxes out of other things, too. Like people send him an old radio from the 30s or whatever, and they look great. And I would see those, and I'd be like, man, I want one of those so bad. And he said, could you get some wood from the mine? And I'm like, I get wood from a couple of haunted places.
I know what the rule's going to be about this box.
No one touches it.
Chris can't touch it.
No one, not Chris. No one touches it but me.
He has signs all around the house by his stuff that keep like, do not touch my stuff.
But Jeff, thank you again publicly. Thank you. Jeff is an amazing builder. There's very few builders of these boxes out there that are like craftsmen. That these guys make the best spirit boxes. Jeff is right up there for sure. There's some others as well, but Jeff and I am like, poof, I am honored to own a box that Jeff made, with his hands. So thank you, Jeff. No touching at all. No looking even. I'm going to keep it in a case like Annabelle that has a sign that says
"Do not touch." He's probably going to put me in a case. Is what he's probably going to do.
It's going to be like Annabelle. Do not touch the glass. If no one's touching
that box. If I glance at it, he'll probably laser my eyes out.
So anyway, so we're going to, again, Burlington Prison. That's going to be really, really cool. The Ghost of Christmas Pass tickets went on sale. And I didn't even know they were on sale until somebody tagged me in Donna's posts. And there were 5 tickets left out of 20.
Oh, yeah.
And they went pretty quick. So looking forward to that one, too, because that's another one that we've done probably 3 years. This is our third, maybe?
Yeah.
This is our 3rd year in a row of doing this. And we don't do as many as we used to. We used to do 2 or 3 a year there. Now Donna just wants to do the one. And it's a good time because, again, New Hope decorates downtown. Better off coming in a little early if you can, getting something to eat. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get some food, go walk around downtown for a while, and then, do the event and have fun doing it. But that's the, Jeff, thank you again. Really, really appreciate it. See you soon.
Night, Jeff.
But that's going to be a really fun event. That's going to be a really good way to end 2023 because we've known Donna for a long time. She's a good friend of ours. Like I said, we're going over there for the holidays just together as friends to have a meal and just hang out and talk. And haven't done that in a while. And, we've supported the Creeper for many years now. I don't even know how many years it's been. So that's a good way to just put a bow on it. And like I said, there are places reaching out for next year. Do you want to do this? Do you want to come here? There's new places. There's places that we haven't been in a while that I'm thinking of going back to. But I don't know. I don't know how many we're going to do. It's not going to be nearly as many as this year. So, we'll talk about next year at the expo. We have a meeting tomorrow with the mayor for the next expo. And we've signed a huge name, who, when we announce it, people are going to freak and they're going to love it. And I was so ecstatic when I was going back and forth with this person, and they said they're going to make it and they're going to come. So we meet with the mayor and we discuss what it's going to look like. As it is now, you guys will get the first glimpse, the first hint of what the expo will be next year. We're actually considering, there's 2 plans. So, and you guys get first dibs because you're New Jersey Paranormal followers and we are the ones who organize it. We're either going to go one day and just everything in one day like we used to. Or I probably shouldn't announce the or because they're out there.
You are correct.
They're
sir.
listening, and they will bloody. I'm saying bloody. I'm putting my English accent on. They will bloody steal
You
every
will roll upset.
idea that we have because it's already happens in a lot of different ways. And
Keep that under your hat.
I it ain't gonna be Jack Osborne, Laura. Sorry to disappoint you, but I doubt that's gonna happen for like reasons of my own. But no, I won't say yet. We're planning on what the expo will look like as far as how many days, what it's gonna consist of. Yeah, you're right, Pam. Keep it zipped until we feel like we can make. We'll wait on that announcement until we meet with the mayor. But we are working on after 2 p.m. the meeting with the mayor. It will be back into the ocean of the expo, which is a monster to plan. So we kind of have an idea who we want there. Some familiar faces, some new faces, and it's our 10th one. So we're going at this one like we do every other one, like it's going to be the last. If it is, 10 would be a good number to go out on. 9 wouldn't have been, 10 might be, but we're going to go at it with everything. Day of the Dead, it starts, and we're just going to give it everything we got, and just whatever happens after that happens. But number 10, we never in a million years, we would hear about other conventions when we first started this. I did anyway. And some would tell me, this was a great convention. I was like, yeah, how long was that around for? And they were like, 8 years. I was like, oh, this is a great convention. How long was that around for? 5 years. This one, I'm like, wow, we were only on year 1 and we had nothing. And I'm like, damn. And I said to the people we were talking to and working with, I'm like, we're going to get to at least 8 to the one that one did. There was a big one. And I'm like, we're going to get to 8. You watch. We're going to get to 8. And here we are at 10. And I'm like, I know the one in Michigan is at like 13 or 14.
Yeah, we were told we'd never get past 7.
I don't know if we'll get there, but
I remember that.
We're preparing as well, Jason. By tomorrow afternoon, we should have a whole better idea of what the mayor's thinking, what the township is thinking.
As soon as he walks out of the meeting with the mayor, I know it'll be. It's going to be full steam ahead.
Do you remember? Again, you guys are maybe a little younger than I am. Rocky 2. Let me take you back. Rocky 2. Adrian was very sick when she was having the baby, and Rocky stopped training, and he was like, "I'm not going to fight. I'm
not having no more babies."
And then.
I had to put that up there.
Anyway, we'll be back on tomorrow night with Haunted Nights, and join us for that interview. I guarantee you that I won't be interrupted nearly as much when we're interviewing people as I do. We're going to do, I promise you this for, what's today? Thursday night, we're going to do the Switch show. John isn't going to say anything. Chris is going to start and end
the
discussion.
Show.
No. We're going to do for you guys the Switch show, where John is going to sit here. He's going to throw a zinger or 2 in, maybe 3 during the course of an hour. And Chris is going to take the lead for the whole show.
They want to hear the rest
That's
of the
what
story.
they want. Tell me you guys want that. You want Chris to take the lead. I know they all do. They've been asking for that.
I'm not as entertaining as...
Show of hands.
What I will do...
Who wants the Chris show where Chris takes the lead?
No, you don't. Trust me.
Come on. Let's see it.
I am.
Be a great gift for the end of the year.
I am like the...
I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
I'm like
I want to talk about what I want to talk about now.
Carson show. Yeah, I'm the sidekick. I am not the main. I'm not the main.
Thank you, Jay. That's who she does crack up. See, Jay's got a hand up. See, Laura would love it. The Switch show. We're going to do that Thursday night.
No, we're not.
Before we go to the Hoover House. They've been asking for that forever for you to take the lead and do it.
No, they actually want me to do at the Creeper Gallery. They want me to go down into the basement.
See?
That's what they want.
Chris, go for it.
That's what they want. They want me to go down in the basement to Creeper Gallery. That's what they keep asking for.
Thursday night.
So if we go back
8
to the
p.m.
Creeper Gallery, I'll do that. It ain't gonna
The
be the
Chris
Chris
Show.
Show.
Right here.
Does that mean I get a T-shirt?
Again, an obscure joke that probably nobody knows what you're
It's
talking
okay,
about.
but you do.
Please, see?
Guys, it would be so boring. I am not. I am the. That's just like Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon is not the Johnny Carson in the seat guy. He is the sidekick. He's the guy that comes in and throws little.
Looking forward to
things.
Thursday. There, you guys got it. I'm looking forward to it too. I get to sit right here like this.
It will not be interesting.
And not say a word.
It will not be interesting.
I think of a zinger every 20 minutes that I could say. Go for it, Chris. See, Cheryl wants it too.
But you do see what he just said, right? He's gonna go sit there and do little zingers.
I'll wait till you're mid-sentence and I'll zing. It's great. I can think of a zinger every 10, 15 minutes.
You can zing right away.
Hey, you got this, Chris. They all want it. Thursday night. Can't wait. You don't want to miss that one.
Good Lord,
so look for a week chock full of New Jersey Paranormal. We have this tonight, tomorrow night with Steve and Dylan.
Yes.
Tuesday, maybe Creeper Gallery if I feel like it. I don't know. I want Red Room with Chris. You video, John. Yeah, well, Chris, if they're fuzzy friendly items, she will definitely do that. But you're not going to get anything.
I'll try. Listen, I will if we go this week or next week to the Creeper Gallery. I will try doing the basement.
I don't
know if it'll last long.
You got to move all that crap to get down there, and so I don't think you can do that.
Really?
Thursday night is Chris night.
No,
We've scheduled it 8 p.m. So again, Creeper Tuesday, Chris night on Thursday, and John Superpower Singers. John's got some good ones, and if John could sit back and pick his spots.
Which means he's cruel.
Yes, we do need a dark item, Laura. You're right. Too many fuzzy, friendly.
Oh, he does have a superpower.
Grandma, happy items. Although I do like interacting with different people, and I don't mind the friendly ones.
You totally enjoyed Ava.
I did, but I like a little danger.
I know you do. There's something wrong with you.
There's not been any danger lately. Everything's been.
There's something wrong with that. You know that, right?
The thing of this friendly one.
I know. That poor man totally lost his mind because we were picking out stuff to bring to the Barron Art Center for our fundraiser. And he says, all right, you pick out one. He picked out two. You pick out one. And I picked out the top hat with the gloves, his gloves, her gloves, his scarf that he wore and his spats that he had all from their wedding picture that they had. And she had just passed away this year. See? And yet there's a connection there. And there's just like, I mean, I already said this. What are you going to do when I pass away? You're just going to throw all my stuff out? Just like no sentimental, nothing to it whatsoever. Just bye-bye.
You know how I am with
so I'm going to have to come back as something dark and terrifying.
Saving, junk. I throw there's no use
he
for
does.
that.
He throws. If it stands still, it's gone, unless it's his. Then he keeps it.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. with Haunted Nights. Yeah. You guys have any questions, go check them out on YouTube if you want to kind of see what they're into and what they do, Haunted Nights. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and please be kind to each other. Good night.